All right, folks, in this video, I'm breaking down my updated prediction for the 2024 electoral map. We're getting close to the big day, less than 50 days away now. So I want to walk you through how I think this map is going to fill up red and blue come November. We all know the drill by now. Voting closes at different times depending on where you are in the country. East Coast states wrap up first, then we slowly work our way westward. But the thing is, for some of these super competitive states like Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Nevada, we're not going to have results for days. So don't expect a clear winner right away in these key battlegrounds. But before we get into the details, hit the subscribe button like this video and leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for your support. Start from the top. At 8:00 p.m. Eastern, polls will close in 6 states, and that's 60 electoral votes up for grabs. A bunch of these are going to be called immediately. Indiana and Kentucky, boom. 0 p.m. sharp. Those are going straight to Trump. No surprises there. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris is going to bag Vermont, no contest. Now, South Carolina might take 20, 30 minutes longer, but it's basically a done deal for Trump as soon as the polls close there. On the other hand, Georgia and Virginia are going to take a while before we know who's on top. They won't be called right away for sure. 30 p.m. p.m. polls are closing in Ohio, West Virginia, and North Carolina. Now, Ohio leans red, but it's still going to take a bit before they officially call it for Trump. North Carolina, even longer. The only one that'll be called right on the dots at 7. 30 years, West Virginia, and you can bet that one's going to Trump, no question. Then we jumped ahead 30 minutes to AC 0 p.m. At this point, nearly 20 states will have closed their polls, representing a total of 171 electoral votes. But we still won't know who's won in places like Ohio, Virginia, North Carolina, or Georgia. So Trump, he's going to pick up Oklahoma, Missouri, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama as soon as their polls close. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris will take Illinois, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Jersey, Delaware, the District of Columbia, and the 1st District of Maine. Then at 8, Arkansas is the only state closing up shop. Trump's going to take that one right away. No surprise there. 7 p.m. We're looking at another big block of states closing, but here's the kicker. We still won't have results for most of the competitive states. So the map's going to look pretty yellow at this point. Voting's done, but no winners have been declared in a lot of key places. In fact, by this time, only about a quarter of the total electoral votes will be locked in. Some states will get called quickly, though. Trump's going to pick up North Dakota, South Dakota, all of Nebraska, except for the 2nd District, Wyoming, Kansas, and Louisiana. Kamala Harris will snag Colorado, but that's about it for her in this time block. Consider. KMMA, we'll start seeing more of the map fill in. For the sake of this prediction, I'm not worried about margins. I'm just focused on whether a state goes red or blue. Kamala Harris will likely win New Mexico before too long, probably before 10:00 p.m. So meanwhile, Trump should finally lock down Ohio, which closed its polls 2 hours earlier. Yeah. On the East Coast, New Hampshire is probably going to go to Harris, though it's going to be close. She won't win by more than 5 points. Biden took it by 7.4 back in 2020. But there's no way Harris is doing better than him, especially considering Hillary barely squeaked by there in 2016. Finally, we've got Maine's 2nd District, and it's going to become pretty clear that Trump's going to win it for the 3rd time in a row. Obama carried it back in 2012 by nearly 10 points, but Trump flipped it in 2016 and held on to it in 2020. In 2024, he's going to keep that streak alive. So that's how I see things shaping up as we head into election day. The map's going to stay up in the air for a while in some of these battlegrounds, but a lot of the solid red and blue states will be called quickly. It's going to be a tense night, but we'll get there. Stay tuned for more updates as we get closer to the big day.